right now. I'm about to bring on CHAPO. He is one of the owners, and he is a battle rapper himself. He is with the Connect TV. Welcome my boy CHAPO to the motherfucking show.
What's up, G? What's up, bro?
What up, CHAPO?
Shit, chilling. Just got off work. You know what I mean? Living the normal life a little bit, but just getting everything together for that February 25th event coming up next weekend, man. Just trying to get all my P's and Q's and cross my T's and dot my I's and all that good shit.
Talk that shit, man.
What's up, though?
None, man. Hey, thanks for coming on the show, brother.
Oh, no, you already know, man. You already know what we riding for, man.
Yeah, I hear that, bro. So, what you tell me about, what you tell me about this car coming up, bro?
The Aftermath 2, man, we actually going to start doing most of our events outside of the loop. We actually hitting bigger stages, bigger venues. Just continue. I mean, we're moving with how we're moving. You know what I mean? If you've ever been to one of our events, I mean, man, motherfuckers get packed. Motherfuckers get hot in there, it gets packed. The loop just ain't really doing it anymore. So with this new car second installment of the Aftermath, we taking it to Prohibition Hall, downtown Casey, Missouri, right by the Sprint Center, and man, we have a lot of dope cars. We got a lot of dope battles on the motherfucker. With me being a battle rapper now and part-time league owner, I guess you say part-time. I still own the league, but my duties and my duties aren't as league owner as much anymore. So thanks to Jarv, Be Easy. Man, he really helped book most of his cards. Setting up the matchups and doing all that. But I mean, we do what we always do, man. Like, we have different people from everywhere. It's just not Kansas City, man. You know what I mean? And we just trying to continue to show Midwest battle rap. We have Morawsha. A lot of people know her from Queen of the Ring. Ball Chick Battle League. She did Snoop Dogg Gladiator School. We got her as the main event. Fortunately, I will be battling her. With Dakota and then her teammate Copeland Keys, another guy on the Connects roster. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty dope. A lot of the cats, on the card, really got to prove themselves. You know what I mean? As we continue on, because as we continue on, we getting bigger. And with that, we need to have these bigger battles, and we need these guys really on their game. So to switch over from a small room to a bigger room with a stage, we're going to be able to see a lot of the guys we have been booking to see if they can make that transition. Because at the end of the day, you're on stage in Smack. Yeah, you're going to take a proven ground battle, and it might not be on stage. But at the end of the day, I mean, if your ultimate goal is to be on Smack or King of the Dot or whatever other league that, does bigger venues, I mean, you're going to have to make the transition. And a lot of these battle rappers now can't make the transition. You know what I mean? A lot of battle rappers can't make a transition. They're only small room battle rappers. So we're just really trying to push our guys that we do fucks with, on, pretty much these guys have been almost on every card. I mean, you have Dex, who's been on the last 2 cards. You have Dobie, who's been on the last 2 or 3. You got Dakota, who's been on the last 2 or 3. Copeland hasn't been around too much, but you also have Gravity. He was on Raise the Bar too. He also did an AHAT event under the Connects in AHAT, Missouri. So you have a lot of these guys, who are battling to continue to prove their point, man. And like I said, we're just trying to help them make this transition to a bigger stage because, again, at the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. No one's going to be stuck in a small room with 20,000 people or 10,000 people. You know what I mean?
Right.
It comes down to the stage.
I hear that.
So we're just really trying to do that with this event, man. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'll be in the building for this card. me and my girl gonna come down and do some networking and stuff like that, man, for the connect. And I'm really, I went through pretty much everybody on here except for a few because I couldn't find them. So I pretty much kind of listened to most of these people on this card, and for the most part, I know there's going to be a couple of them that needs to prove themselves, but there's the most part you got some dope battlers. Like you got Morawsha, you have yourself. I like Dakota Hussein. He's pretty cool. Ice Cold, Eli B. I like him. Dex, 501 Blue, and Dobie.
I mean, yeah, them guys have been working too, and that's again that goes along with, a lot of these people, fans and stuff you see in the group from time to time being like, oh, it's only the same people on the same card, da 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 da, and I guess, yeah, I'll say yeah, I guess, but at the end of the day, these guys have all been working hard, and they actually all have got outside opportunities from working with us, not because of us, but with working with us, the amount of time they have, I mean, people have seen them and opened up the opportunity to, battle on their league or whatever the case might be.
Right.
So I mean, that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? We really rocking with people who rock with us, and all those guys you mentioned, those are people that have rocked with us. And I know this is Morawsha's first battle with us, but she's been, a supporter of what we've been doing. So yeah. I mean, that's all we're trying to do, man. Just make these transitions for those guys. Look at Ice Cold on King of the Dot, GZ coming up. Copeland Keys just came off. The War Report Invitational in New York. Stuff like that, man. I mean, that's what we're trying to break open the door for.
I hear that, man. What I was gonna say. So, with this whole Midwest thing, man. Let me back up. For this card that's coming up, is it? Are you gonna have that building? Are you gonna be in the prohibition hall? You gonna be in that from now on?
What up? Can you repeat that again? My fault. My phone's in and out. My fault, man.
It's probably my fault too. Hey, so I was gonna say, are you gonna have it in that hall from now on, like all your battles, or are you gonna go back to Loop KC?
We're actually, honestly, I don't see us going back to a small room. I mean, we will go back to a small room, but not like how the Loop was. I don't think that the Loop. I think we've done our share of battles and events in the Loop. It doesn't mean that we're parting from Jarvis, T-Dub, and Steady, the guys who have owned the Loop previously. So it's just, I think, again, it just goes along with the transition of where we're going. Like I said, how we're progressing as a league. And then the type of battlers we do have and that we are working with. I just think that these bigger venues are just going to be the way that we do need to go for the meantime. And I don't say it's not going to be at Prohibition Hall. We actually got a date for our next event and actually the venue for the next event, which will be Raise the Bar 3, which is pretty much like our Gnome or Summer Madness or whatever you want to clarify it as. So
right. We're
going to be moving in other venues. I mean, we'll probably be back at Prohibition again sometime, near the end of the year. But we actually, man, see, I can't be giving the juice out. Like that, y'all. Y'all ain't ready for what y'all ain't ready for what we are progressing. Like sooner or later, it's just not going to be Kansas City. That's all I'm going to leave it at. So yeah, till we get to that point, Prohibition Hall, record bar, mini bar, riot room, places that we've been before, and that we do have established connections with. You're definitely going to see us there, where we do Kansas City battle raps. But just know, just like the Loop, we growing out the Loop. Sure enough, I mean, you got to grow out the city. So, and that's all I'm going to leave it at. So I'm going to leave it at.
Start bringing some some good talent out here, man. They you know, real motherfuckers know to fuck with us for real. You know what I mean? So I can't wait for this part. I'm gonna be in the building. I got to get me a camera, bruh. I got to get me a camera for that day, bruh.
I'm telling you. We have a lot of Oklahoma guys now working with us, and it's dope, man, to see where we've been, like how we started, like working with St. Louis, working with LT, working with J. Roan, working with 501 and Reckless. Like it's pretty dope to see how many other cities in the Midwest do fuck with us. So again, sooner or later, it's going to be, how do I say it? Not them coming to us, but us coming to them. So again, like I said, we grow out of everything. We transitioning. I think that's the biggest word of this year is transitioning. Battler-wise, venue-wise, production-wise, everything-wise, man. You know what I mean? Look at where we're going with the radio network so far. You know what I mean? We actually have a couple of established networks that are, radio stations that are doing this battle rap for Midwest, and we're bringing them together and trying to promote that also. So transition is the big word this year for the Connects TV. So and even with the Connects TV, that's a transition itself because it's always been the Connects. So we just transitioned Nick.
That's what's up, man. So you ready for your battle? Are you ready for your battle? Yeah, I see your battle against that one dude, and he looked kind of stumped a little bit. You know what I mean?
So no skills? You talking about no skills? J skills or whatever. No skills, J skills.
Right. Right. Yeah. You kind of talk to him for a little bit. You know what I mean?
Man, I had to. And then that battle, man, I try. And this is my thing, bro. This is my thing about that battle. I try to tell everybody, I did exactly the same shit he does. Like, people don't. I just did it better, and it's just because, like, I'm around this shit, and I feel like that's the difference with a lot of battle rappers and rappers. Like you can be a rapper, you can do everything a battle rapper does, but are you a real battle rapper? You know what I mean? Like, you can do this scheming, and you can do the wordplay, and you can do all that, but is that really you? You know what I mean? And that's what I had to talk to Jay Skills about as not only a battle rapper, but also a league owner, man. Because as a league owner, I see a lot of the shit. You know what I mean? I see a lot of the behind-the-door shit, behind the closed-door shit. So it's just like I had to talk to him. I had to talk to him as a league owner because bro, I don't want to say Jay Skills is not a real battle rapper because he has battles and stuff. But what I'm saying is, real battle rappers are somewhere where he's at in his career. Most battle rappers are beyond that. You get what I mean? Most people are on King of the Dot, and people are at URL. Like, people and they're talked about. You know what I mean? They're talked about. But he doesn't set himself apart from any other battle rapper who's trying to make it, even with the amount of battles he has. And again, I'm not trying to downplay Jay Skills. Jay Skills is like he's dope. Like, even outside of battle rap, having the conversation with him and all that, like, he's good. He's a cool dude. You know what I mean? But it just, now me talking as a league owner, I had to talk to him. Like, are you a real battle rapper, or are you just battling as a rapper? There's a difference.
Right.
So that's what I had to do, man. And
you did say that to him.
Yeah, like, what are you, like, like, why aren't your battles dropping? Why aren't you getting views? And you know what I mean? And I'm doing this with that battle also, not only during the battle, but even after the battle, I showed that I can do exactly what y'all need to be doing. I promoted my battle. It was the first battle on the event that's got 1,000 views. Like, you know what I mean? And we got that within a month. So, and that takes a lot of work. So, like, again, I'm just showing to y'all that every battle rapper that I can do what y'all do. I can battle as a rapper, but now it's time to really show that I'm a battle rapper, and that's what I'm going to do February 25th when I battle Morawsha, someone who is a credible battle rapper. not a battle,
Right.
not someone who's as a rapper, but someone who is an actual battle rapper. It's gonna be tough. I mean, with what me and Dakota got cooking up and the spells that we have and shit, I think we good, dog. I think we in a good place. We're in a good place.
That's what's up. So I should have started off with this question. Tell me how you got into the whole battle rap culture and how you went from getting into it to owner to battle rapper or from battle rapper to owner.
Man, shit. I love telling this. I love telling this one because this is like one of those for real, like nothing to something type shits. Man, I used to live in Wichita, and I'm not from Wichita. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, born and raised. I got into incarceration in the state of Kansas. So unfortunately, I had to be displaced from my original place of living. So
Right.
So that includes, me going down to Wichita and having to live in Wichita or whatever. So I did that, and after I got out, I ended up getting a place in Wichita. I ended up, living there, and I wanted to rap. I always rapped. A lot of my homies knew me for rapping, and so that's exactly what I, wanted to do. I wanted to connect with people, and I wanted to promote. I wanted to push. I wanted to do a lot of things to, expel on my rap career because I felt like I had a knack for rapping. So I was sitting in this room, man, and I was actually a roommate to somebody. And so I'm just like, man, what do I want to do? What do I want to name this? I want to be able to bring it all together. It needs to be something a little bit marketable, something that we can push. And so I was just like, the connects. Let's connect people, the connects. That's dope. It's simple. Boom, the connects. Like, man, that sounds dope. So it was just actually an idea from that point. And probably like 3 months later, I moved out from Wichita to come back to Kansas City because my grandmother passed away, unfortunately. And and I came up here and I was, feeling shitty. My grandmother died, and I ain't really had shit. I'm moving back up from Wichita, Kansas City. I ain't had shit. So I was like, okay, I'm chilling at my dad's house. And my sister at the time was talking to the battle rapper, and I was like, that's dope, but I never really liked battle rap. Like, I actually, man, you want me to be honest, more 100, I thought battle rap was corny. Is it, believe it or not, I thought battle rap was corny as fuck. And so I've heard of smack and all that shit, but I thought it was corny. And so one day my sister was like, hey, her boyfriend was like, hey, I got a battle coming up. You could check it out. And I was like, bet, hell yeah, I'm down. You know what I mean? So I went to the battle with him and my sister, and it was the first time I seen Dakota battle. And I was just captivated, man. I looked around the room, and I was just really captivated by a lot of the shit. Like, man, like, I can do this. Like I felt like this was what I thought about in that room in Wichita. I felt like this was it. Like, fuck the rap career. I was like, man, this is what I've been thinking about connecting, because this is bringing people together and not just some music. It's actually no music. You know what I mean? And it's like, I want to connect people. So I want the talent. And thanks to Mally. And this is the thing. I go on the group. I troll. I'm a battle rapper now. I troll. And, I never not give credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? I never not give credit where credit is due. I know that Mally has established what Kansas City battle rap was at that time. You know what I mean? I can't deny that. I went to his event as my first event ever. You know what I mean? And I got to witness King versus B West. I got to see Dakota versus Streets. I think I also seen TA battle, if I'm not mistaken. But I seen these people, and I was just like, man, this is so dope. So, and at this time, I was like, man, I know someone who can battle rap. It wasn't even the fact that I wanted to open a league at this point. I didn't even want to open a league at this point. I thought of somebody right away once I went to that first event, and it was my homie Mac the Barsmith. I went to school with Mac the Barsmith, and the reason why I thought about him first off was because I remember one day in school cafeteria there was a circle going around him and this Chinese kid, and he was roasting this kid. I mean, he was killing him with bars, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Stop it. And from that point on, I've always known him to be somewhat of a battler, of a rapper dash battler, and I hit him up right after I went to that event. And I was like, man, I got something that you might want to get a part of, bro, that might help you and benefit you. You know what I mean? This is dope. And I told him about his battle rap, and he was like, yeah, I watch URL. Yeah, I watch clips. I watch all that. And I was like, well, what do you think, bro? You want to do it? He's like, yeah, let's do it. So me and Mac, I ended up, starting to pretty much manage Mac at that point. I got him a battle on Throne Room, the same league I went to go see the first time. And he got into the New Bloods. And so I was sitting there, and it was the first battle he battled. He ended up battling what is his first name? Oh, Finesse. Believe it or not, Finesse. That was Finesse's first battle. Also on Throne Room. I don't know if you've ever heard of Finesse. He's another local battler, but he battled Finesse in his first battle, and literally, man, in the room, and you just seeing people's face when Mac started rapping, it was different. It was different. And I don't know who else can vouch for that, but I know a lot of motherfuckers who are in Kansas City battle rap right now, and I can name them: Bars None, Rockin' Raj, Casey Tagged Up, Mally, Netta. A lot of these people who are part of the culture at that time, Full Force was like they seen this, and it was different, man. And Mac lit the room up, and Mac won the battle, and everyone was kind of like, "Yo, Mac is dope. Mac is dope. What's next?" Well, there wasn't really nothing next that Throne Room has for Mac. And actually, that same night, Jay That Guy had a battle. That same night, it was the same night Jay That Guy had his first battle. And actually, we had to move the venue got shut down early, or whatever the case might have been. And Jay That Guy had to go battle in Mally's house. Like I said, bro, like we was like, this is grassroots battle rap in Kansas City, man, and I could never take that away from Throne Room and Mally at all, because that's how I got my start. And so that happens, and he's fire, and that's all they talked about. So nothing really popped off. We went to a Soul Bandits event later that in the year, and Mac actually got to meet. We got to see Marky Redmond versus 58 Names. It's my second battle event ever. Got to see LT battle Rockin' Raj. I can't remember who else was on that. Spartacus versus what's his fucking name? Excuse my language. I can't think of that cat's name, man. He's from St. Louis. Yeah. So we went to the second event, and we ended up meeting some guys from St. Louis, because St. Louis was in the house. And that's where we ended up meeting Big Chet from Cheddar House. And he heard Mac rapping, man. And if you know Big Cheddar, Cheddar's a big dude. He is a big motherfucker, and he talk like this. You know what I mean? He a big dude to talk like this. He a big motherfucker. Hey, bro, when Mac was rapping, and actually he was rapping with TA, which was pretty dope to know that, to think about it now. TA and Mac were going back and forth sparring. And all you hear is big footsteps, man. All you hear is big ass footsteps, G. All you hear is big ass footsteps running, man, and fucking next thing you know, Big Cheddar come out with his camera recording Mac. And if you go actually to the Cheddar House YouTube, he does a recap on the Soul Bandits event, and Mac is actually rapping in the recap. And that was actually his first offer to go to St. Louis. So again, mind you, we're doing all this stuff, and Mac is getting his little fame, and then finally we bring it back here, man. He goes to St. Louis, he battles Reckless Wordplay, but we finally bring it all together, man, and we end up doing one event, and it was at Club Sparks here in KCK, and we brought in Enzo Sinatra, one of the top shooters from Throne Room. And we did our first event. It was one battle. a promo battle, as we called it, and we had most of the battle rappers in the scene at the time there. Abnorm, Jay That Guy, Bars None, Decoder, Raj, a lot of people. Mally actually co-hosted that battle with me. So we did that, and that was, from that point on, it was like, man, we could do this. We did one battle under the Connects, thanks to my cousin Art. Art has really been a big part of a lot of the shit that we've done. He's actually motivated me to continue to push doing the battle rap at that time. Hence why we ended up doing that one single promo battle. So from that point on, man, it was just kind of history from there on. People loved the audio. People loved the production. People loved what we had going on. And, I don't blame them, because what we was doing was different from what Throne Room was doing. And it's not to say the battles were different, but the bare necessities of the camera work, everything, you know what I mean? We nailed it. And
right.
Even to our flyer, we nailed it. So after that first event, we was talking, people were still talking, Mac the Barsmith is still buzzing, but battle rap wasn't as big as it is right now. So we was thinking, as the Connects, me and Art's like, man, we need to find another venue, because at that time, and I'm not even gonna beat around the bush, we had the other Kansas City local leagues coming to go to that venue and booking that venue. We just booked that. They've never booked at that venue in Kansas before until we started booking there for that one battle. And next thing you know, here comes the other leagues booking at that venue. So we knew we had something at that point. You get what I mean? I'm not trying to say niggas was trying to copycat us, and I'm not trying to say these niggas was dick riding and wanted what we had. I don't want to say that, because that's not the case.
I'm gonna say that.
They were just trying to eat.
Y'all niggas was copycatting. Y'all was copycatting. I got you. Y'all was copycatting.
So
CAPO
like I said, hey, if CAPO says it, I'm not gonna argue. If CAPO says it, I'm not gonna argue. All I'm saying, hey, but like you said, in all actuality, that's facts. Because no one knew of that venue for real. Like, people knew of it, but no one decided to book at that venue until we did it. And the next thing you know, the next 3 events from another league did their fucking event there, and then a new league started and ended up doing their event there. Their first event, they ended up doing it there. So I'm just like, man, we got to do something different. See, they're already oversaturating what we doing, And I was like, so how do we set ourselves apart, man? How do we set ourselves apart? Again, we already did it with getting masks. We already did it with getting a league started in a venue that no one's been to. But how do we do it again? How do we keep on captivating them? How do we keep on transitioning? Again, the biggest word, transition. How do we transition to something better? So I was watching Smack. Again, at this time, I started being a fan of battle rap. I'm catching up. I'm watching Charlie Clips Tay-Rock. I'm watching all these battles, man. And I remember going back and watching Big T versus Surf. Big T versus Surf. Man, what's up, fam? I'm on the interview right now. And I was like, man, that small room, the boutique they was in, I was just like, man, they had shoes, they had, what they had, and to me, that felt like that was part of hip hop. I feel like, clothing, fashion music has to do a lot with fashion. You get what I mean? Straight up.
And shoes.
And
shoes, yeah.
Yeah, and shoes, everything. Shoes is part of fashion. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, that's dope. What if I can get my hands on a venue here in Kansas City who was like that? Of course, I couldn't go to Dillard's and be like, hey, Dillard's, hey, did you want to host a battle rap today? You know what I mean? I couldn't do that.
Right.
I couldn't go to JCPenney and be like, hey, I see that you got shoes here. Let's battle here. So I was like, man, I need to figure out something different. So I'm scrolling and trolling on Facebook. And next thing you know, I end up seeing an event flyer. And it was for a concert that was being thrown at Riot Room, I believe, or Mini Bar or Record Bar at the time. And I was like, man, who are these dudes throwing these events? And it was referenced back to the Loop KC. And I was like, man, I'm gonna look at these guys. So I looked for them on Facebook, and they had their own store. They were a clothing boutique, but not only were they a clothing boutique, they sold spray paint. They did a whole bunch of other shit other than just sell clothes and shoes.
Right.
And so I messaged them, and I was like, I messaged them through their Facebook, the Loop KC Facebook, and I'm like, man, I run the league here. We do battle rap. This is my idea. This is my plan. This is what I want to do with moving forward. What do you guys think you guys can do to help? And the first answer I get back is, come to the store and we'll talk. At this point, I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. All I know is I'm talking to the Luke Casey. That's all I know. So I end up going into the store, and there's Jarvis sitting there. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? You know, we talking, and first thing he tells me is, bro, I'm a big fan of battle rap. And I'm like, what? He goes, bro, I'm a big fan of battle rap. And he's just naming all these battles that I just watched, mind you. You get what I mean? Because I'm just learning about battle rap as I go. And he's just going on and talking about battles and battles. I'm like, man, this dude's really with the shit. And he was like, man, we looked around the loop, and the loop was small at the time. And again, mind you, the loop has been open about the same amount of time as we've been open as a brand. The Connects, we've been on 2 years. They hit their 2 years already. So they just started the store at that time. I guess I could have went there, huh? I'll go right here because my gas is kind of sketchy. So we go in and we look around the store, and there wasn't really that much walking around because the store was super small. So he was like, man, let's do it. I was like, man, let's do it. So we got our first event, raised the bar. Sorry about that. And so he was like, let's do it. So we sat down and we got the event together, and we got a flyer. And what's dope about that is at the time my cousin Loon, who does our stuff now, Loon Media, he was doing videos and flyers for everybody in the city already. Twista, all these guys, man. I mean, anybody who was coming in, Loon was doing their flyer. So we was like, man, let's go back to Loon for our second flyer, because we already had one flyer with Loon. We was like, how about we go back and get another flyer from Loon? So we got the idea. We wanted to call Raise the Bar. We gave the idea to Loon. Loon popped out the dopest flyer I have seen at that time, and that set us apart when we dropped it on the Facebook. And the battle event was free. You had Abnorm versus 58. You had Enzo Sinatra versus Controversy. And then you had Mac the Barsmith set to battle TA. Unfortunately, that battle did not happen. But the other two battles end up happening. And, we set up shop. Loon shot the footage. And we went about our business. Like I said, you can watch that battle still. It's on YouTube and everything. And, man, like that's pretty much where we started, man. And ever since then, we've just been taking the steps. As the Loot's been transitioning, you know what I mean? We transitioned. They moved to a new venue. We moved with them. We moved with them. So, I mean,
that's what's up.
It's just been kind of like that, G. Like, for real, like that's how it. I mean, I could continue to talk about, but there's, this is 2 years of things to talk about. But at that point, after Raise the Bar 1, we did Back in the Loop. And then we end up doing the Aftermath, or we end up doing the Re-Up, Crucial Conflict. And then we did Aftermath 2 or Aftermath 1, and then we went back around to doing, the whole series again. So, and like I said, it's just been a working experience. We got to meet St. Mike, which was a pretty dope. Like, we didn't meet St. Mike the way that people know. Like, I didn't even know St. Mike battled on URL when I met him. You want to know that? I didn't even know it.
I do Anubis.
No, before Anubis. When he battled his PG against Young X. He had a PG with Young X. And,
he did.
Whatchamacallit? So you can take that. But yeah, so like I got to meet him through Jarvis. through Jarvis, and we actually went to one of his Jarvis booked him for a concert. This is crazy. Jarvis booked Mike through a concert, and we met up with Jarvis. See, a lot of people, I didn't mention this in the story to how we met Jarvis too. Like, I went to the store, he said, let's do it. We did it, but there was another league at the time in the city who approached Jarvis about doing battles too, and Jarvis was like, hey, show up to this event with St. Mike, and we'll talk. Well, the other league never showed up to the event, and guess who showed up? Me and Art. We got to meet St. Mike,
right.
And from that point on, we went with business with Jarvis. We booked St. Mike for Indie Fest that same year to battle 58 names. And like I said, again, it's just history, man. Everything's been the same ever. You can watch it on YouTube. It's been like that ever since. So I guess long story short, man, I mean, it started off in a small room. The idea came to life in a small room, and now as of February 25th, it's going to continue to be in a room, but it's going to be bigger than what it was. And again, that just shows the growth of the connects and everything. So, and a lot of it has to do with the fans and the support, man. The people that are really battle rap, knowledgeable and are really fans and really with the shits, because the countless YouTube comments I've seen on BattleRap.com from Ice Cold and J Roan. This is a battle rap group that dropped A Ward versus St. Mike. Man, this is a dope, man. This, again, another one. Like, the fans are the reason why we are who we are, man. And again, I can't say thank you enough to everybody who has supported us, because, I mean, for real, without y'all, we would still be stuck battling at Club Sparks, man, in Kansas City, Kansas, with the rest of the other leagues.